Hello, everyone. Good day and welcome. I'm Mikey with two E's. I'm also known as Metro Mikey. The two E's in my name stand for the environment and everyone. Those are the two things that I care about most. If you're watching live, please go ahead and put your name and where you're tuning in from in the chat and definitely ask questions or comment whenever you think of something. A little bit about me. I'm a Harrisburg, Pennsylvania sustainable salon owner and hairstylist specializing in eco-friendly platinum and blonding services. I am your host and MC of our Green Beauty Community meetups, and I'm always honored to be here with my fellow founders, mentors, and admins who I'll introduce now. First up, we have Daniel Johnson, the founder and creator of the Green Beauty Community and owner of the Salon Chair Guys, an affordable salon equipment repair business and everyone's favorite salon cleaners. Use them in my salon. They're great. We have Hannah, the founder of Salon Environment, where they create curated, sustainable educational resources for beauty professionals and salons, as well as retailing their own line of plant fiber lashes. We also are joined by Jacqueline Rodriguez, the salon owner and hostess of the Salon Owners Holistic Blueprint podcast, diving into all the wellness resources for salon sustainability and eco consciousness. And we have Maisie, our owner of Sustain Salon and a consultant for Green Beauty Advocates. And today we have our special guest, Tessa, the Senior Marketing Associate for Innersense and the manager of their sustainability programs. So our mission today and every day is to make the planet a better place through innovative yet sustainable practices. And we're going to have a great segment with Tessa. I'm so excited to hear a little bit about you and tell us, what brings you here today.
Yeah, thank you. I'm super excited to get to collaborate with you guys on just bringing more sustainability to our salon industry. I've been with Innersense about 3 years. I've kind of done everything as a small business kind of happens. So I've really seen it grow and really seen our salon community grow over the last couple years. And it's been really fun to kind of continue to align on what sustainability means for us as a brand and what it means for our salons and what it means for our community. We have been kind of like reorganizing our messaging and kind of like kind of driving in on this idea that every day is Earth Day and it's not just coming around in April. It's not just coming around at the end of April. It's really kind of a guiding point of what we're doing in our everyday operations. So one of our main things is people, hair, and planet, kind of similar to what you said, Mikey, for everyone and everything. So we're continuing to challenge ourselves and kind of hold ourselves to the highest of standards, which is something that we've set for ourselves, where we're honest about our transparency. We're honest about what's in our bottles, how to recycle our bottles, everything from when it's manufactured to when it's done being used. So it's definitely something near and dear to my heart and definitely the business as well.
That's awesome. Thanks, Tessa. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone at Innersense Organic Beauty as well. I use them in my salon and I'm proud to use them in my salon. But I think we have a few questions to kind of get our webinar started today. So let me pass it to Daniel. Say hi, Daniel, and what are you bringing to the table today?
Hello, everyone. Tessa, I want to personally thank you very much for joining us. We are honored to have your presence. I think this is maybe our second or third chat that we've done, and so it's awesome to have a great guest such as yourself so soon. Innersense Organic Beauty has been very instrumental in our formation. We received a grant from them last year that really helped us propel ourselves to where we are today. And they're constantly reaching out to us, making sure that we have the resources that we need, and we greatly appreciate them. So I just wanted to bring you on, and I wanted to discuss what Innersenses are for Earth Day or Earth Month or Earth
Yeah,
Year, as that it should be. But
always, yeah. Well, we kind of conclude our kind of annual numbers for our sustainability numbers in April. So we're going to be releasing our 2023 by the numbers. So all of our carbon calculations, all of our plastic calculations and offsets for both of those, as well as some of our commitments going forward for 2025 and beyond. So that's going to come out this month, and we're really excited about that. On the consumer side of things, we're partnering with the Surfrider Foundation to help reduce plastic offset or reduce plastic waste in water streams leading into the ocean. So on our online platform, we're doing a one-to-one match for donations for them based on consumer purchases, which is pretty cool. Consumers can decide like where they want their money to go. And then on the salon side, we have a bunch of really exciting things going on. So in addition to our Green Beauty Community Partnership, we're helping to hopefully trying to build our community with some more like cross-collaborative stuff. Really excited to kind of network in within. I know a lot of our salons are extremely sustainable minded and eco-minded, and so it's really exciting to give them more of these resources. We're also launching our refill pouches for our stylers coming this month. So super, super exciting, including Sweet Spirit, which is going to be a major one. So really continuing to lean into large format sizes and refillable product models. That's kind of where we're really seeing the future go for packaging. There's no real perfect solution for packaging. Every type of packaging has its downfall, but stuff that's in a larger format, using the minimum amount of whatever the material is, if it's a plastic or aluminum or glass, and then being able to refill and reuse. That's like pretty major when it comes to stuff. Also, it's not only more sustainable, but it's a little cost effective as well. So really excited to release those. Those are live now only for pros. They'll go live in a couple months for consumers, but we're really excited to kind of like lean in on the salon side with the more refill pouches. Those have been a really huge part of kind of re-expanding and kind of redefining what our packaging looks like. It's like I said, there's no perfect system, but offering something that can refill existing plastic without adding too much more plastic into the waste stream is it's a solution that is working for now, for sure. So that's pretty great. And then going into kind of the end of April through May through this summer, we're continuing to partner with breast cancer prevention partners, and specifically Campaign for Safer Cosmetics. So we do a lot with them as far as stuff to kind of work on transparency and all of those good things. So,
Wow, I'm impressed.
it's a great marketing team and a great
round
team.
of applause for that. I mean, that is great. I actually saw the news about the pouches earlier today, and I was really excited. I was going to bring it up, so thank you for bringing it up. And it's
Yeah.
such a movement with refilleries or just being able to refill in general. That's an excellent move that you guys are doing it early. And so congratulations specifically on that. Does anyone else have any questions? I
I'm
think.
just going to jump in here really quick. I know we have some good questions lined up, but for anyone, I'm going to coax a plug out of you, Tessa. For anyone who is just hearing about Innersense Organic Beauty in the professional and eco-friendly world, how can we find this program?
Yes. So we have salon partners all over the world. We work directly with our salon partners, so no like middlemen distributors, which is really great. We ship and pack everything from our office and warehouse in Concord, so we're still a small family-run business. You can look us up online. It'll redirect you to our pro resources and portal. We're launching a new website, knock on wood, this week for salon professionals. So we're really making it happen with it's going to be this week. So once that comes out, we'll have a lot more online availability, but just looking up Innersense Salon Professional, you'll be able to get in contact with our sales team and kind of see what we have to offer. Some really exciting stuff along with the rebrand. We've kind of reimagined what our brand looks like and feels like to kind of better reflect what we're actually up to. So definitely find us online, look us up on Instagram, TikTok, all the good stuff. But our sales team has been fielding all the fun requests, and we just added 2 new people on that team as well. So definitely fun small business, still rapidly growing, and we love our salon community. It's been a lot of fun to be in this position to get to work with them more directly, and get to help build some of the programs that help benefit this community.
Thank you so much, Tessa. And I'm sure everyone here can vouch for the products. They are safe, sustainable, and effective. Sometimes that can be, I'm all for the eco-friendliness and sustainable missions, but the product has to work, and Innersense works. I love it every time I use it. So
Appreciate that.
hopefully everyone else who finds you loves it just as much as we do. But now I'm going to pass it over to Hannah. I know that you have an amazing question lined up.
Well, Tessa, thank you. again, thank you for joining us. But I love that you mentioned, your work with the Safer Beauty campaign and with was it BCCP? So,
Yeah.
so many letters. But you
Yeah,
guys
right.
do a lot with legislation, and I feel like whenever I see anything about clean, green, or sustainable beauty, you guys are really like head spearing it. So, tell us a little bit about the missions that you guys are involved with, and kind of just what you're hoping to see from all of this.
Yeah, definitely. So Breast Cancer Prevention Partners and their sister company, the Campaign for Safer Cosmetics, have been they've been major driving forces and kind of guidancing us on our formulation, on our packaging, on our marketing. They've been major cause partners for years. We've been working with both of them. So just to give some feedback or like some background, Breast Cancer Prevention Partners advocates for the disclosure and the reduction of exposure to toxic chemicals that can cause breast cancer. So reducing cancer rates before they even start versus advocating for it's prevention over a cure, over treatment, things like that. It's people know about it. We're aware about breast cancer. It's time to stop it from where it begins. So we do a lot of work with them. And then specifically kind of on the legislation side, Campaign for Safer Cosmetics does a lot for lobbying, not only in the state of California, but nationally. Obviously, the states have the most relaxed guidance on clean and what they consider to be safe and effective for personal care products. In 2022, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with MOCRA. I always forget what it stands for, but it is, where did it go?
The Modernization of Cosmetics Act?
Yes. Cosmetic Regulations Act.
Oh,
there we go.
yeah.
So that definitely is an update to we're excited that that's happening. It's something that we helped kind of push forward, and not only in California, but being able to get it passed at the federal level is really exciting. We are continuing to push for stronger regulation. So the Safer Beauty Bill package includes kind of 4 different elements of that. The idea is to kind of continue on the momentum that MOCRA has created. A lot of businesses obviously are pushing back on more regulation, and we're pushing forward on it. So it's important to have industry and business participation in these lobbying efforts, because so many of the business participation is on the opposite side, and we need more people advocating for transparency. So some of the things that are included in the Safer Beauty Bill package, we want to ban the worst chemicals first. So not just creating a list. Some things are worse than others, and not only the items themselves, but the amounts and the percentages within a formulation. We want to continue to defend the health of women and women of color. So something as salon industry workers, this is a women-dominated field, and particularly women of color. And we've seen that this is extremely prevalent, not only in these communities, but at the salon community as a whole. So these people that are caring for their clients, caring for their communities, caring for their friends and family's hair are experiencing a higher rate of exposure than the average consumer. So it's super important for the average consumer, but it's even more important for these women that are making us all feel and look so beautiful. And then continue to reveal fragrance ingredients. So this is something that we've really taken initiative on, and will continue to champion and push forward. We don't have any proprietary fragrances, proprietary blends. Everything in our ingredients list is listed out. So the scent that comes from our products is fully disclosed on the ingredient label. California has made some really great strides to kind of work on that transparency, but this is something we really want to see happen at the federal level. And it's something that will happen eventually, but we need more businesses and more people nationally to kind of step up and ask for it. So it's something that we feel really strongly about, to allow consumers and salon owners and clients to make their own decisions. So transparency is kind of the thing that really it boils down to. And then the last piece kind of going along with that transparency is supply chain transparency. So where are your ingredients coming from? How are they being processed? Who's picking them? Who's maintaining them? Where are these things that are now becoming more regulated? Where are they grown? How are they processed? How are they stored? because not only is it important to have clean ingredients, it's important to process them in a clean way. So if you're ethoxylating or using petroleum compounds to process ingredients, it can really affect the quality and the safety of those ingredients, as opposed to doing something like a cold press where you can distill things without the use of additional ingredients. So it's important not only on what the ingredient is, but how it's processed. So overall, really what it just boils down to is we're advocating for more transparency. And that's something that the industry is kind of leaning into and kind of going forward, but not only on the ingredient side of things, but on in general. We've seen massive waves of greenwashing in the last several years, and I'm sure we'll continue to see more this month. So just holding businesses accountable and really trying to focus on transparency is like where we're continuing to push and where we're continuing to head.
Fantastic. I mean, truly, do you feel like Innersense has helped other businesses, especially beauty brands, kind of get on board with understanding why, regulations like this are important and helping them kind of become a part of them and advocate for them as well?
I think so. I think especially smaller brands are definitely willing to see the benefits, not only like from the consumer side, but most consumers these days want clean and safe and sustainable products. Like there's historical data and content that is designed around this concept, but there's still a lot of brands that are built on doing stuff fast, doing stuff cheap, and not doing it right. And so I think there will always be pushback to innovation and to doing things the correct way. Things like good ingredients cost more money. Not every brand is willing to invest in that. Managing sustainability programs costs money, so not everyone is willing to invest in that. But we've been really proud to be a part of an industry that is kind of growing to accept that and growing to focus on those things. We have some really great like cross collaborative partners that we've done some like giveaways with and stuff. And a lot of the brands that also work with breast cancer prevention partners have been really great allies for us in these lobbying efforts. And it's not just beauty brands that are making the difference. It's brands like REI that have pledged to limit PFAS, the forever chemical, in their apparel. And so it's really a ripple effect. And once we see other large brands doing and accepting more of these things and offering real transparency, it will just become the norm. I mean, a few years ago, everything was marketed with sulfates, and now even the Target brands are saying like SLS free, sulfate free. And so the industry is changing, I think, for the better. We just got to continue to keep pushing it forward and to keep disrupting it.
Well, thank you for leading the way.
We do amazing things, and it's makes me really happy to not only help people have beautiful hair, but feel good about what we're doing as a mission for it.
Well, it's awesome work, and I hope you're very proud, because you should be. Everyone there
Thank
should
you.
be. Any more questions?
I'd like to ask a question, because this is really near and dear to us, obviously, but for all the listeners, like, what can they do? How do they get involved to start making a difference, and where do they go to support not only Innersense but the entire movement?
Yes. So definitely, as a brand, like, vote with your dollars, support other brands, not only hair care, but support brands that you find ethical, support brands, do your own research on brands, see through what the marketing claims are and see what brands are actually doing. Brands that are being sold with really cheap products, really cheap ingredients, maybe with really poor packaging choices, like, choosing to support brands that are doing things the way that you want to see things done will always help. I would also, of course, direct people to Campaign for Safer Cosmetics. They have wonderful resources on their website for how to get involved locally. They have pre-written and like templates written for you to be able to email and call your representatives, because this really boils down to making a difference nationally and globally, versus a couple brands can get up there and ask for things. But once it comes down to it, it's the people who are voting in these different areas and the people who are calling their representatives in these different areas that kind of determines whether or not a bill can pass at the federal level. So this kind of expansion on Mokra is something we're really trying to champion in the next few years, to try to include the rest of those kind of improvements, to kind of expand on it. And so definitely would encourage, on the Campaign for Safer Cosmetics website, you can look up how to get involved and how to specifically message your representatives. And I'm someone who messages my representatives quite often, and it's a great habit to get into, and it helps me feel more in tune with my community, more in tune with my state. I'm transplant in California, so just kind of like learning about, well, that process is a little bit different here, and it's a really great way to kind of make your voice feel like you're being heard, more than just voting once in November.
I just want to say personally too, thank you for, especially like being a part of it, but I personally take advantage of those templates. I have with the Safer Beauty Bill package. Actually, I really loved what they were doing and was taking advantage of it before, I think even before being involved in green beauty community. So this is such a cool, just
like cross connection.
Yeah, just like, wow, the world's getting smaller, but in such a great way. And I've gotten emails back from my representative, and and she says that she will be on the lookout and make sure to support anything that that comes through. But actually, my parents' representative, Debbie Dingle, was one of the ones who, I forget which one she supported. It was either Mokra or it was one of the, or no PFAS in Cosmetics Act. It was one of the acts where I'm like, that's like, that's fantastic. And that's so cool that it, especially when you do see your local representative, just listening and taking that initiative, how amazing with the things that we can do as individuals. So, I appreciate you guys being involved in having those templates to make it so easy for, especially hairdressers. They are so busy on their feet and servicing everyone else day to day. And then of course, doing behind the scenes, work, every day. So, how wonderful to have something to make it so easy to have your voice heard.
Definitely. Yeah, we've had some really great wins in the state of California with the Safer Beauty Bill, and with some of the like Toxic-Free Cosmetic Act, and then the what is the PFAS one? California PFAS Free Beauty Act. So that's like specific around packaging and beauty industry apparel, which is really, really exciting. So things like your capes and aprons that you're touching and using all day, that your clients are wearing all day, making sure that those are not causing us exposure to things that might harm us.
I always thought about it like this, and this is going to be kind of weird, but this is my take. You remember in Batman 1989 when the Joker had the Joker toxin, and it wasn't just the he was like, it's not just the hairspray or the lipstick or the deodorant. It's like the combination of chemicals. That's always stuck in my mind when it comes to this topic, because, like companies say, okay, well, we don't have this certain amount of chemical, and it's not toxic. But one, the exposure to one person, maybe that's kind of true. But then the exposure over time, and then knowing that the average person is using 12, 24 products per day. And then if you're a hairstylist, you're also doing that multiple times per day per client. And so it's not just the one thing, it's like the combination of things. And that's always been the image that comes to my mind in this topic. I don't know why I wanted to share that, but I did.
No, that's a great parallel, because it really is about the total exposure. It's you can for sure use something once and probably not have any issues, but using it over a lifetime, and like as women and as people who are interested in beauty, like we are using these ingredients and using these products day in and day out on ourselves, on our friends, on our family, on our clients. And so as people who touch hair and touch people, like we are working so much more intensely with these ingredients. And specifically when it comes to hair products, you're the average person doesn't wash 6 heads of hair a day. So
Exactly.
it definitely adds up. And it's really about like total reduction, like you're saying. And it's not even about like a perfect lifestyle of like you only need to buy these brands or you only need to use these ingredients. It's about kind of overall reduction and like honest transparency. Like I was saying, it's being an informed consumer and understanding what you're putting in and on your body is the place to start, I would say.
Thank you.
And I think we have such a big responsibility as, beauty professional leaders, that we get a chance to spread that type of knowledge and awareness. And like our clients, we talk to them day in and day out about what's actually happening because they don't know. It's not readily easy finding information. So being able to talk to them, it makes a big difference. So it continues that ripple effect. And just like these bills, and we were talking about getting involved and emailing your, like, I can't even say that word.
You're good.
But emailing and getting actively involved, if you are talking to your clients about it, they actually want to be involved as well. So it brings your community together and it makes an even bigger impact. And I always share our journey on, what we're doing behind the scenes with our clients, and they love it and they want to be involved with all of that. So it's really awesome to
And
be
that's
able to.
like it's authentic, intense human connection, and that's like what is really driving your return clients. It's what's driving the happiness of your clients. It's not about, oh, it's a transaction of do my hair and leave. It's how you build these relationships with these people, and it's really about education. So educating not only about here's how to use these products and here's how to take care of yourself, because most people have never been taught how to properly wash their hair, how to pick products for their hair type. And so not only offering education around hair, but education around personal care, around wellness, around kind of being an informed consumer. So that's amazing. It's amazing work, and it's definitely does not go unnoticed by our industry. And salons like you guys are really changing the game for the better.
And I'm really excited about your pouches because
Me
we
too.
are a full refillery in the salon, and that's another
That's
part that we
awesome.
educate
Yes.
the stylist, but also the guests on, and they're loving those programs.
Yeah, it's been a really big, we were expecting it to not be as popular as it is. And so the fact that more and more and more salons are retailing these items as well as like offering them for refill programs. And we're going to continue to lean into large format sizes. We have some really exciting things with gallons coming up this year, some kind of reformulation, or not reformulations, repackaging options for back bar sizes. So there's more to come for sure. It's always about growing and changing and staying relevant and doing whatever the most recent thing is, and not just what's easy, but like what is working well and what is the newest, best option.
And we thank you for that.
Yes, definitely. And anytime you want to come back and let us know what you have going on, please shoot us an email and we'll be happy to have you.
Yeah, definitely.
You're
No,
doing
you
great
guys have,
work.
this has been great to chat with you guys. And definitely, if anyone has any other questions about Innersense or any questions about our sustainability, we have a wonderful customer care team that can help direct you to my contact. But I'm super proud to be working with such an amazing organization and full of really wonderful people who really care about what we're doing.
I just want to add one thing. I did a woman's hair yesterday. I recently started over in another state, so everybody I see is new. And the salon I'm at doesn't use Innersense, but somebody brought their little bag, and they were like, "I hope it's okay that I brought my own products." And
That's
it
so
was Innersense.
sweet.
And I felt good because I got the opportunity to like share in the salon how much Innersense has supported us, and it's
Wow.
really important to me. And so I really appreciate Innersense, and it was just fun I can't wait to see her again so I can tell her more exciting stuff about Innersense.
Oh, that's amazing. I love stories like that. That's why we do what we do. Like,
It was precious. She's like a little 70-year-old lady, and she was just like, "I hope
oh,
it's okay. I brought my Innersense." I'm like, "Of course it is."
that's
So,
amazing. I love it. All the
so
What
good love for
timing?
her.
yeah.
Tessa, is there still an affiliate program for professional stylists?
Yes, there is. In addition to the new website, we'll have an easier to access portal for all of the affiliate codes. So if you don't have the space to physically retail, or if it's easier for you to direct clients to the affiliate program, that is definitely still a thing. If you are a salon professional who haven't gotten set up yet, definitely shoot Laura an email or just shoot anyone an email and we'll direct you to the right person. But definitely still a thing, definitely adding more and more people every day.
And I love the affiliate programs because it helps us eliminate some of the carbon footprint, from salons.
Yes.
So I always try to support them when I can and tell other people about them. But with that, I actually have a question. In
Yeah.
the affiliate program, will our clients, when it goes live for consumers, will they be able to order the refill pouches, for the products
Yes.
that they've ordered through, our websites?
Yes, definitely. So initially, like in the first month, like I was saying, it'll only be for salons, just to give them a chance to be able to stock up and do their kind of retailing efforts first, before we go into retailers, before we sell on our own website. And that's something we usually try to do with most of our product launches, is give the salons the first chance, and let them kind of lead the way on being the newest items. So we will have all those, all of 4 of the new stylers will be available on our website next month. So once those go live, they will be available for consumers and then to be used with the affiliate program.
That is great. Hopefully everyone signs up to be an Innersense affiliate and uses
Yes,
it in their salons.
definitely. We've got some really exciting kind of restructuring on some of the rewards programs and stuff happening this year. And it's definitely a good time to hop on board.
So I actually have a question then. Tessa, what do you think you're the most, I mean, maybe you can't talk about what you're most excited for this year because we have 8 more months in the year. But so far, what is the thing you're kind of most excited about that Innersense has been doing this year?
Yeah, well, we've been teasing it for a long time, but it's finally here. Color Purity has arrived and will be available to purchase by salons exclusively starting next month. Starting shipping next month, you can order it now. So we're completely disrupting the hair color industry as we know it. Using the cleanest formulas, we've basically created this entire new formulation system. So it's hair color that doesn't cause irritation, doesn't have the toxic exposure that we've all kind of become accustomed to. The clients that had their eyes burn and their skin burns and it's itchy. Definitely it's possible to be allergic to anything. And this is outside of me saying this on a legal standpoint, but we've seen a massive reduction in sensitivity and not only for clients, but the salon consumers too, or salon professionals too. So clean hair color is definitely the thing I am the most excited about. To be able to get services and not experience irritation, to have my friends be able to do services and not experience irritation as stylists is going to be really, really huge for the industry. Even the bleach, like to be able to not have your eyes water from mixing up bleach is absolutely incredible. And I think it's going to be a really big game changer for a lot of people. It works extremely well. Of course, we held ourselves to a very high standard of the efficacy of these ingredients and these shades. So we're really, really excited to have it hit the market. And I think it's going to be a really big game changer for a lot of people.
So what kind of color does that include? Like, is your pink from Innersense color, for example?
It is. This was kind of like a trial, so we won't have vivids kind of initially, but we'll have 41 shades of oxidative color. So we'll everything from it's permanent to semi-permanent, depending on the level of developer you use. We have 2 different lightener options, 40 shades of color plus a diluter. So the last one will be white or clear. And a full range of standard neutrals, ash, gold, violet, everything, copper, reds. The reds are really stunning. I'm really excited to see more people kind of get on the red train. I think that's probably what's next for me after the pink fades a bit, is to kind of go more copper. So it's been really fun to kind of see a lot of the creativity of what our stylists have been able to achieve with it and their experiences of translating it from other lines. Like if you've been using what is considered clean color now, like how is the experience to transition to our line? and people have been saying that it's extremely straightforward. And with the launch of color, we're launching an app to go along with the color line. And so that will include ingredient and other line translations. So if you're using a different product and you want to start using our product, we'll tell you the formula of you can tell us your old formula, or tell you our formula of how to achieve the same thing. So it's definitely, we want to make it easy on salon professionals, and at the same time, give them the care and the safety that they deserve.
So, sorry, I have so many questions because this is like what I mean. Like, I think that's the coolest thing. And I remember when I first started out just kind of on this journey, I always wanted there to be, which, then there's green beauty community. So thank you, Daniel. But just like even like a communication area where people can talk, like, for example, I'm using this color line. And of course, it can be more opaque or pull a little darker. What's something that's similar. So, I mean, is that taken into account through like different color lines? Like, oh, I use, something from a beauty supply store. I'm trying to not name anything because
it's okay.
Because I feel like maybe that's not okay. But I'm using X. How does this formulate with this? So does it take into account most other color lines, or how does that work? Okay.
So we've translated, I'd have to look at the exact number, but we've translated quite a few different lines, giving people the option of what most of our salons are currently using for clean color, and then what their formulas would be similar. The important thing to note is that we didn't reinvent color, we just reinvented what it's made of. So you're still using the same true to tone colors. You're still using your golds and your ashes and your violets. You're using the same tonal system. The ratios are the same. Like it's really not like a complete different experience. And so like for that, in that way, it's a lot different than a lot of the more natural colors that are on the market right now, because you do have to kind of like overcompensate with a lot of things. Like this will pull a lot warmer, so I need to offer that into my formulation so it pulls cooler. So definitely those were a major part, and our stylists were a major part of kind of outlining those translations. And as we continue to gather more data from our salons and our community, we'll continue to kind of refine that. But it's definitely an interesting group project to be able to say, like, this is in theory, like based on your client's hair color, this is the formula that you would need to get to achieve that, which is, it's definitely revolutionary. In addition to the chemistry being a big deal, that the translation and like the application and stuff it's hair color. We're not reinventing how to apply it, the times, it's the same. It's just not going to irritate you as much.
That's amazing. Truly, that is like just the coolest thing.
We do also, we have like a really active Facebook pro group where people will right now currently be like, I'm using this on this type of product on this type of person. Like, what would you guys recommend? Like a lot of people see community and like conversations around that. And we're definitely playing with some of their ideas of how to bring communities together in ways that are easy for them to interact with each other. You can have that like passive interaction where you don't have to be like on a chat room the whole time to like receive or like find information. We definitely have some exciting things coming for that too. So community is so important to us, and community input especially.
Nice.
For the color, just because I'm interested, not that it really matters, is it going to be an alphabetical system or a numerical system?
It is an alphabetical system. I gotta think about that. Well, it's both actually. So we'll do 1N, 2N, 3N for naturals, right? And then AA for ash intensifier, GG for gold intensifier. It's not convoluted. The numbers are the tone, and the letter is the
number's the level.
Yes, and the letter's the tone. I always get them backwards. Believe it or not, I knew nothing about hair color before working on this project, so I've learned quite extensively, and it's still a lot to learn. But the whole team working on color has done an amazing job pulling it all together and making it happen. So it's been a long time coming, a long time in development, and we're super excited for it to finally ship out to all of our people.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask real quick, would you mind actually sharing that Facebook Pro group, whether it's with us or in the just that one of the Green Beauty community forums? I
Yeah,
think
definitely.
I feel like a lot of people use Innersense, and,
For sure.
I'm sure they're probably already a part of it, but if not, or they're
It's always a
thinking
good
about
reminder.
switching, right, might
Yeah.
be nice to, I think, that's great.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
sorry to see
we,
what's happening.
the Facebook community is not exclusive to Innersense, so you don't have to carry our line. You don't have to only use our products. If you're just interested in it and want to kind of like see what the community is about, we do have a lot of really active members on there, but it's just one place that people meet up and talk about it. A lot of times it's like, oh, have you seen this thing? Or how would you use this? Or how in this like circumstance, what would work? So I can definitely share that out. And then it's open to all salon professionals. So that's something we can for sure collaborate on. What were you going to say, Maisie?
Oh, I was just gonna say I cannot wait to try this. Like I cannot wait because I'm in the process of switching from something that I have used forever, and I'm trying all the things, and I feel like
Yeah,
I love it. So I'm excited.
yes, I really hope you do. We've got a few different intro kits that you can, at a pretty good deal, try out different things at different amounts, depending on the number of heads you want to do or the number of swatches you want to do. Definitely keep your eyes out on the emails in the next month.
Cool.
So exciting. I think I have one final question and then we can wrap it up, and whoever's going to watch the eclipse can watch the eclipse. I have cherished the organic and USDA organic label before I was like even in beauty school. It's what got me into sustainable beauty. Now, with that said, there have been a lot of people who have asked me, and even in my own research, sometimes I can find something that fits one mold, but not the other. And organic and vegan seem to be two that sometimes are hard to find similar. So what is Innersense's stance on that? And do you offer products that are organic and vegan?
Yes. Overarching, I mean, there's a lot of really different and wonderful ways you can certify and like quantify these products. You can say something is cruelty-free, but what does that really mean? You can say something is organic, but what does that really mean? You can say something's vegan, but does that mean it's clean? So there's a lot of things, and that just kind of goes back to being an informed consumer. There's definitely benefits to using non-animal products, of course. For us, we choose to formulate with honey. And so for some vegans, that's fine. For some vegans, that's not fine. But due to that, we don't label the products that we use honey in as vegan, of course, because the honey is a byproduct of bees. But we fully disclose that. We make that very clear. We do have some products that are vegan that we don't formulate with honey, but because honey is such a wonderful natural humectant, it's a really great alternative to the synthetic options on the market, and the synthetic ingredients that do cause irritation and exposure to these toxic chemicals. So that's, for us, it's a choice of honestly safety, and a choice of transparency. And for some people, that means it's a turn off, or we can't carry this line because it's not fully vegan. Oreos are vegan, but if you ate them every day, it wouldn't be healthy. I have a lot of friends who are vegan. I've been vegan in the past. I fully support like reducing animal dependency and reducing animal product exposure and use. But I think in the beauty industry, it's kind of become a buzzword to say something is clean without it actually necessarily being clean. Same thing with cruelty-free. I think that is something that it's kind of an easy thing to slap on as a label, but actually not using any ingredients or not using any sources of ingredients that are tested on animals is like, it's a much bigger and broader certification. And a lot of larger brands aren't willing to do that just because of market. So it's been, that was the vegan, the cruelty-free, and then the organic is the other piece of that. So there's a lot of different ways to quantify organic. You can have something that's just organic. You can have USDA. You can have certified organic. You can have uncertified organic. There's all these different kind of quantifiers of how things are. The way that we kind of handle it is we say which of our ingredients are certified organic on the back of the label. So our specific the specific oils or the specific ingredients, just to be fully transparent. And you can see that actually on the back of the bottles. The ingredients with the asterisks are the ones that are marked as or certified organic. But basically, it's just a set of rules for how these ingredients are grown. It doesn't always affect how they're processed, which is another thing that you can say something's organic, but if it's processed in a way that could include like adulterants and mixed in with the actual like end product and end ingredient, is it really organic anymore? So it's hard to have a yes or no, but hopefully that gives some more context and some more kind of like background.
It does. Thank you for answering that. And I align with Innersense, where, organic things can be great, vegan things can be great, and a mixture of both can be great. But the important thing about the green beauty community is that we're having these conversations, we're fostering knowledge and spreading awareness, and we can be on the forefront of creating products that are, fully organic, vegan, eco-friendly,
Yes.
sustainable, all that stuff in the
Yeah.
future. So thank you so much,
Transparent,
Tessa.
everything. Yeah, definitely. It's all, I mean, we're striving to get better as an industry. And so it's important to have these conversations together with the businesses, with salons, with our community, with the clients. So it's definitely, I'm really thankful that we've gotten to be a part of this new community, and can't wait to see what we do next.
Well, that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us here, and many more in the green beauty community. So thank you, Tessa. Why don't you give a little plug? Where can we find you on social media, and what's your website?
Yeah, definitely. Innersense Organic Beauty on all the handles. We're online at innersensebeauty.com. We're sold globally. Find our salon finder on our website. You can pick a local salon near you and go pick up your products or use their affiliate code and get your products directly from us, and we'll offset the carbon. So definitely find us online, Innersense Beauty. You can search the word hair bath and we'll come up first. But we're definitely around and really excited to meet all the new people who are ready to start their clean beauty journey.
Awesome. Thank you, Tessa. Thank you, everyone who's joined us live or on our replays. Daniel, I'm going to pass it to you to plug our book and our website and our socials.
All right. Well, we are pleased to announce, with the assistance of Innersense Organic Beauty, that we just released our Green Beauty Community Guidebook. And this guidebook is meant to be our first offering to the beauty community, first tangible piece of information that you can use as a resource. It was published by Pivot Point International, which is known for their education. And so we have the opportunity to really reach a lot of people with some good quality information about clean, green, and sustainable beauty. And so we would invite you to visit our website, take a look, download it, share it, let other people know. We have our directory as well. So when you become a member of the Green Beauty community, you can sign up for your directory listing, and that listing will help you be found in your local search area when people are searching for eco-friendly salons, sustainable salons, green salons. And we just overall invite you to join our community, participate in the forums, have good conversations about clean, green, and sustainable beauty, and hopefully you meet lifelong friends and people that you can grow in this journey with. Other than that, thank you very much for joining us. And I think that's it for me.
Awesome. Let me just complete the circle so no one feels left out. Maisie, where can we find you?
On Instagram, I'm Sustainable Maisie. My website is sustainablemaisie.com, or you can check out Sustain Salon as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Maisie. Jacqueline, where can we find you and your podcast?
Yes. So I do have the Salon Owners Holistic Blueprint podcast, which we are on all streaming platforms and mainly on YouTube. I love, getting to see us chatting. You can also find me on Instagram at the Clean Beauty Biz Coach on all platforms. Yep.
Awesome. Thanks, Jacqueline. Hannah, where can we find you?
You can find me through Salon Environment on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Actually, I think that's probably it. So not all of them. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. I am Metro Mikey on all platforms, and I'm also lurking in the Green Beauty Community Forum, so hopefully I'll see you there too. Until next time, I hope you have a lovely day, night, evening, weekend, whenever you're tuning in, and I'm about to go watch the eclipse. So we will see you for our next Green Beauty Community Meetup. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye,
And thank you,
friends.
Tessa.
Thank you. Thank you, Tessa. All right. Bye.